Hi there, and welcome to the Crypto Astrology Bitcoin cryptocurrency market update for the week. Now, of course, silver has stolen the show with all the dramatic moves, with the smash down on the paper, even though the physical was still about $100 an ounce for a silver eagle, right? You can not get a silver eagle for less than that. And basically, that's the way it's going to stay. So we've hit my third prediction, which I had in my Telegram group. The Telegram group link is in the description box below. I made 3 predictions about silver. The first one in October was that silver was going to smash through 50. It shot right through 50 up to 55. Second one, silver is going to hit 60. Did that in December. It smashed right through 60. And the final one was that we could hit $100 before year's end. And in China, it's absolutely already there, okay? Our paper COMEX is a manipulated number, so maybe not by the end of the year on COMEX. But the fact that you can't buy a silver coin for less than, I mean, you can buy some of them, okay, but you can't get a silver eagle. Or, by the way, a Libertad, a Mexican Libertad. Mexican Libertads are trading for about $124 to $134 on the exchanges. I mean, on the trading platforms, on the, the dealerships is what I'm trying to say. So that's a lot. So if you have Libertads, hold on to them because they're going for like a 40% premium. And of course, Silver Eagles are $100. So we've hit the target in all practical purpose. Okay, we have totally dislocated from the from the paper market. Okay, physical and paper have completely changed. So this is a massive, huge change. All right, and I've been saying for some weeks on my new channel here that the government is going to have to add liquidity. That's going to be a non-negotiable. Okay, that is, and they're already doing it. They've already done it, but they haven't done anything. You ain't seen nothing yet. There's a lot more coming, and they're going to add liquidity that will pump up the crypto market. Okay, so I told you on Monday that I just touched on Bitcoin, that Bitcoin had been repressed. The price had been held down. We had a rough aspect, a rough pattern on the Bitcoin charts, which had kept the price down. That pattern breaks today, the 30th, which can give us a pop. But if you look at the chart, it's looking pretty flat. The reason I feel is that they're going to continue to hold it down and continue to repress the cryptocurrency market until we get into the new year. Okay, that's for tax purposes. These guys who are holding billions of dollars in crypto, high tax bill. That's a lot. A difference of $1,000 is a lot on Bitcoin price. So they want to keep us well under 100K until we get into the next year. So we're going to see some very volatile moves as soon as January happens, because we're also going to see a lot of volatility in the liquidity situation. We are in a full-on liquidity crisis when it comes to silver. Silver is causing a liquidity crisis, which is affecting everything else. And the supply chain on silver is completely broken. It's not even traveling through the oceans anymore. So it's intense. And this is going to lead to a lot of other chaos and a lot of other problems. These things are all connected, even though everyone talks in these different boxes and everything is sort of separated. But that's the big lie. Things are not separate. We live in a holistic world where things are unified. They're connected in ways that you may or may not be seeing. So that is what's happening with silver and its influence, okay? Because silver is influencing what's happening in the crypto market. So what are they going to do for liquidity? They have a few strategies up their sleeve, one of which is to just print more money, right? Which they've already done. Another one is to revalue gold, precious metals, including silver, right? And another one is to use crypto to add liquidity in some way, shape, or form. I've gone to a lot of detail about that in my members area. And also I will be looking at dates when that can happen, because we're headed into very, very dramatic world events here in the next, just in weeks. We're about to see dramatic events. We could have something huge happen on New Year's Eve because hello, New Year's Eve, right? And New York City and all the big gathering places and around the world. And it's a dangerous time. There are groups out there plotting and scheming and ready to do something dramatic. So, be careful. I'm not going out on New Year's Eve. I mean, I'm not in New York City, but this is something to be careful about, okay, and to be aware of. And so this is going to lead to a lot of chaotic, sudden shifts in January and beyond. In fact, what the message I got real clear about what's coming up as soon as silver started breaking out before Christmas, the message I got was, get ready for some whipsaw moves, okay? Whipsaw changes around the entire financial system. You're going to see one area collapse, another area rip, and then you're going to see that area collapse, another area rip. This would be in all the paper fake markets, things like the stock markets, right? The AI stocks, which can rip and then crash and are likely to do just that. So we're going to see this in a whipsaw manner, whipping across various asset classes. That includes different categories of cryptocurrency. Now, if you've been around for any length of time, of course, you've seen what happened with meme coins, which I always said, stay away from them. They're just, it's just a scam. It's just a pump and dump, basically. And that's what they did. They pumped them up, they dumped them, they crashed, they burned. Then some come back, and sometimes there is a meme coin or two that's going to still make some big moves. So those are opportunities, but you've got to know how to do it and which ones to do, okay? Basic strategy, of course, is to buy Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and a handful of others, including XRP, which I hate, but I know is going to make us a lot of money. So this is not going to be orderly. This is not going to be systemic. I mean, it's going to be systemic, but it's not going to be smooth. All right. So let's just throw up a chart, a screenshot here so you can see what's going on with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up slightly. In the next 24 hours, we probably are going to stay where we are. We could get one last smash down in the next 24, 48 hours until, midnight, New Year's Eve. And then as soon as the new year happens, boom, we should pop up. And Bitcoin Cash has been holding its own here at 600. A couple weeks ago, it dropped down to the low 300s, about 330, 320. And that was, a good time to pick some up because Bitcoin Cash is ultimately long-term going to replace Bitcoin. It's going to overtake Bitcoin. I can't say replace because Bitcoin will still be used inside the banking institutions. But Bitcoin Cash did drop, and we're going to get some more crashes around all the market over the coming year. This year will be dramatic, so be prepared for that. And of course, if you look, you can see Bitcoin is just kind of sidling along sideways. We had that downtrend. Now then we turned around and went into an uptrend, but now we're sideways. So we haven't decided, are we going to turn around and go up yet, or are we going to drop? I still think we have the window for one more quick drop. First few days of the new year, we could even drop into those because there's some bad astrology afoot. There's going to be some dramatic events happening in the world. And then we actually have quite a good month in January astrologically for us to plan things, start things, get things going. I posted the good days, bad days calendar already for January in the members area. And the timing report is coming out for January with all the astrology of what I'm seeing happen for January. And also the channeled message this month is going to be about the housing market and what's coming with the housing market. So that's good stuff to know because there's going to be opportunities for us to be buying houses, buying property coming up here as the prices are crashing, as things are going through their whipsaw valuation changes in the coming months. So, and I'm going to go into more detail with members on that in the timing report. So where we could look for opportunities next year. So all that's available as a member at aurawright.media. Join the blog. I do post things there regularly. There's a market recap for crypto every Friday. And, join the Telegram group where I also post other things. Stay tuned. I will post a video on Bitcoin Cash. I've been asked for a Bitcoin Cash video. I will do another one on Ethereum. I have another one coming on XRP. So make sure you subscribe so you get notified and click the bell and share. Talk to you guys later. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.